10 minutes with my Arabic teacher. R&S, you've heard of microaggressions? Welcome to micro-peace, piece by piece, if you will. So here I am in Jerusalem. It is Friday afternoon, and Shabbat is coming. The streets are bustling with pre-Shabbat activity, which means aerobic shopping. Remember, stores are closed on Shabbat. And right there, in the middle of the sidewalk on Emek Refaim in Jerusalem's German colony, a young girl, about 10 years old, has set up a table. She is not selling lemonade, despite the fact that it's in the high 90s. Some yeshiva kids are doing precisely that, right next to her. No, she is advertising Arabic lessons. 10 minutes for 10 shekels, approximately $2.50. How could I refuse? I had been wanting to study Arabic, granted, in a deeper fashion. Considering the fact that on the same block, Ulpan is selling Hebrew lessons, which is a wonderful program for considerably more shekels. This is a good deal. I hand over my shekels. Who is the teacher? I ask. I am the teacher, the young girl responds, with an air of self-confidence that totally belies her age. So, we sit down. She hands me a sheet of Arabic vocabulary. I learn a few basic terms. She tests me. I meet her father, lingering nearby. After 10 minutes, I hardly know that much more Arabic than before I entered her sidewalk classroom. That's okay, because look at the photos, and look at why she was doing this in the first place. Peace. Like I said, the micro-peace. The piece of peace. As my Israeli friends will confirm, Israel is filled with numerous examples of micro-pieces. It is not as if Israelis and Palestinians are walking around, ready to kill each other at the drop of a felafel ball. One of the things that impressed me on my most recent trip, is how open Israeli society really island Israelis, Israeli Arabs, and Palestinians freely mingle on the streets, especially in West Jerusalem. My young tutor knew why she was doing what she was doing. Sure, the 10 shekels for 10 minutes program was probably lucrative, at least on a child's level. You have to give her credit. This is, after all, Startup Nation, and she had her own educational startup. Come back in 15 years, and she will have created a chain of Arabic schools. But she was doing this because in her young soul, she sensed that if Jews, Israelis and tourists can learn just a little bit of Arabic, then perhaps there is a small amount of hope for peace. For to be able to speak each other's language, moral and linguistic, is the gateway to the possibility of peace, of shalom, of salam, which, to be fair, does not mean exactly what we imagine shalom to mean, which itself, by the way, is not always what we imagine shalom to mean. I know what some of you are thinking. You just gave a Palestinian kid 10 shekels. She's going to grow up to become, say, a radical Islamist, or be a terrorist. Oh, cut it out. Not now, please. I am thinking of the growing Palestinian culture of death, in which adults celebrate the death of children, not only Israeli children, but their own children as well. This is a culture where adults get nauseous pleasure from their children growing up to become shahid, martyrs in the cause of spreading death. Last week, my friends and I are at the Sarona market in Tel Aviv. We chose deliberately to have dessert at Max Brenner, the chocolate emporium that had been the recent site of terror. Things had returned to normal, even will.So. It was as if the workers there, at least some of them might have been there at the time, had at least outwardly chosen not to remember what had happened. We ate there as a way of aggressively shaking our fists at the murderers. Also because the chocolate was amazing. Mostly that. Perhaps my young tutor will be the kid who breaks the addiction to this culture. Perhaps this girl will be the one who says, "No more. Enough." Maybe she will be the one who will point out the linguistic factoid that the word for Hebrew, I, contains the same letters as Arabic. A little optimism in the week of such pain in America. A little bit of hope? You got a better idea? As the classic Hebrew poet Shaul Tchernikovsky wrote, and I paraphrase, laugh at all my dreams. I still believe in humanity.